Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem, the owls. Very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem. The owls are not what they seem. The owls, people very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. King, happy, many down, many jack king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem, the
owls. Phones and pot and mind control.
It's interesting that the left agitated for it and now the right's starting to agitate for it. The left started to purposely undermine the order through critical theory, through a certain version of postmodernism, taking the idea that Nazi's bad and diluting what it means to be a Nazi to attach it to any formal identity and then inverting those structures of oppression or labeling all these things as oppression. Now the right's being called to participate in that game, to declare a hierarchy of identity. And if the right gets it wrong, it's going to be pretty bad, but the right still has to do it to some degree.
It is inevitable that when the left, you have a division, right? You got two teams. And one team starts playing by the rules of power more fundamentally. The other team spends a while being prey until those portions that are either tired of being prey or survived enough to be able to say, I don't want to be prey anymore, begin to harden. Then the question is, very practical, can they identify new ways to play with power that are more functional?
What does the center do? How does the center vie? What's the proper path forward, I guess, is what I'm
there is no center. The center is just characterized by naivete and stupidity. Until a new identity is formed.
Yes.
All right. When the old identity is falling apart, there is no center. The center exists as a consequence of being part of a whole. When the identity is dying, there is no center. There's just disaggregated parts that are looking for a place to be. So if you
were politically
part of,
homeless, the left me's.
Yeah, exactly. So if you happen to be part of the old center, let's say, and you don't want to be part of the power dynamic, then the only way forward is to try to figure out how to participate in the formation of a new identity.
Yeah.
And here then I have the bad news. Remember, go all the way back. How does identity formation work? Well, you got path one on the left, sacrifice. Path two on the right, participation in the church. In the West, that's it. That's all you got. You got two choices.
That happened at the same time, because you could see it right from before, that in fact, everybody is yearning and is looking for ways to unite. And it's happening politically too, right? So many people, young people, are realizing that the liberal order, like the liberal, classical liberal idea, is not enough, right? That the rights of the individual, that the strength of the individual isn't enough. Because now we're seeing that we're falling apart. Why are we together? What makes us a nation? What makes us a family? What makes us anything except for just fragmented individuals in the suburbs that have no town centers, that have no common places, that just exist, you know, like these broken little bits. And it's scary, right? It's very frightening right now. It's a dangerous, crazy time because everybody is grasping. What are these vertical relationships? How do we connect to that which binds us? How do we do it socially? How do we do it as people? And it's coming out in all these wild ways, which is...
You take them out of consciousness. It's a general anesthetic. And as you bring them back in, what you can see is when they're unconscious, the brain breaks down into local networks. And then when they become conscious, it reconfigures as a multi-scale small world network. And that, of course, lines up with Tononi's theory in some pretty important ways. Or a similar way, you can, I forget what it's another anesthetic was used, and I was talking with Brett Anderson about this recently, and you bring people back, and you can see also self-organizing criticality kicking in again. And that's because the firing and the wiring actually mutually constrain each other. And you can actually do this with binocular rivalry, too. So you have an image that's presented to two fields of vision, and they can't be held together, and so phenomenologically you switch between them. And then you can see the self-organizing criticality. This area is firing in synchrony, corresponding to seeing the triangle, and then that breaks up criticality, and this area fires in synchrony when you're now seeing it as the square. And you can actually track the consciousness with the flipping of the self-organizing criticality. So it's already being done experimentally. And then the thing about those is they're not neuroanatomically based. They're functionally based. And what's important about those is they actually point to more comprehensive models because self-organizing criticality and small world network formation also reliably correlate with measures of general intelligence, which supports the argument I was trying to make that there's a deep connection between the machinery of intelligence and the machinery of consciousness. And so you can start to get empirically tractable ways of testing the very theoretical proposals I was bringing out.
Neural oscillation synchrony refers to the coordinated firing of neurons or alignment of brain waves within an individual's brain, which supports processes like perception, attention, and consciousness. Fractal scaling implies self-similar patterns repeating across different levels of complexity, from individual neurons to brain regions, and potentially outward to interpersonal and societal systems. At a societal scale, this could manifest as collective synchronization of behaviors, emotions, or cognitive states among large groups, mirroring how neural networks integrate fragmented signals into coherent wholes. This is speculative but grounded in emerging research on interbrain synchrony, where brain waves align between people during interactions, extending fractal-like patterns from the micro-neural to the macro-social. While direct evidence for societal scale fractal neural synchrony is limited, most studies focus on small groups. Interdisciplinary insights from neuroscience, psychology, and sociology suggest plausible manifestations. These draw from observations of how synchrony fosters cohesion at smaller scales and could scale up fractally to influence broader social dynamics.
This is Paul, and just a little quick video.
All these forces they don't understand. The fact that there's war coming, all these things, they don't even know what they're doing. And yet, they're already playing the game.
That's what it's all about.
That our tools were small enough and they're round long enough that we can actually play with them and experiment with them and get to know them and learn to think outside the box. Is that everybody there was thinking outside the box because we'd all come from outside the box. Everybody talks about thinking outside the box. They go inside the box and tell everybody in there that they should learn to think outside the box. If you really want people to think outside the box, go find people who are from outside the box, because those people can't think anywhere but outside the box. That's where we were, all of us to one extent or another in those days. It's not where we are now.
There's a reality that you and Paul touch on when it comes to like people getting what they need versus what they want, that you and Paul kind of see pretty clearly, and I'm trying to learn how to see that way too.
Oh, that's my faith.